Hi, myself, welcome to Naveen, roll number 14. And my topic is about analysis and optimizations of Java full garbage collection. Java runtime frees applications from manual memory management by its automatic garbage collection (GC) at the cost of stop the world process. State of the art collectors leverage multiple generations, which will inevitably suffer from a full garbage collection phase, scanning the whole heap and induce a fast tense of times longer than normal collections, which largely affects both throughput and latency of the entire system. In this paper, we analyze the full GC performance of hotspot parallel scavenge garbage collector comprehensively and study its algorithm design in depth. We find out that heavy dependencies among heap regions cause poor thread utilization. Furthermore, many regions contain mostly live objects referred to as dense regions, which are unnecessary to collect. To solve these problems, we introduce two kinds of optimizations: allocating shadow regions dynamically as compaction destination to eliminate region dependencies and skipping dense regions to reduce garbage collector workload. Evaluation results show the optimizations lead to average 2.6x up to 4.5x improvement in full garbage collector throughput and thereby boost the application performance by 18.2 percentage on average, 58.4 percentage at best. Here we see analysis and optimizations of Java full garbage collector steps, software and its engineering, software organization and properties, contextual software domains, operating systems, memory management, and finally garbage collection. When working with Java or any other JVM based program language, we get certain functionalities for free. One of those functionalities is clearing the memory. If you have ever used languages like C, C++, you probability you probably remember functions like M allocation, C allocation, R allocation, and free. We need to take care of the assignment of each byte in memory and take care of releasing the assigned memory when it was no longer needed. Without that, we are very soon running into a shortage of memory, leading to instability and crashes. Freeing memory is done by a specialized part of the JVM called garbage collector. How does the Java garbage collector runs or works? The Java virtual machine runs at the garbage collector in the background to find references that are not used. Memory used by such references can be freed and reused. You can already see the difference compared to languages like C, C++. You don't have to mark the object for deletion. It is enough to stop using it. The heap memory is also divided into different regions and each has its own garbage collector type. There are few implementations of the garbage collectors and each JVM can have its own implementation as long as it meets the specification. In theory and practice, each JVM vendor can provide its own garbage collector implementation, providing different performance. The simplified view over the three main regions of the JVM heap can be visualized as follows. Young generation space. Here we have the five boxes: metadata space, hidden space, survivor space 0, and survivor space 1, and tenured space. And metadata space, hidden space, survivor space 0 and survivor space 1 is belongs to young generation space, and tenured space is belongs to old generation space. It is the JVM heat space. What are garbage collector GC logs? The garbage collector log is a text file produced by the Java virtual machine that describes the work of the garbage collector. It contains all the information you could need to see how the memory cleaning process works in the system. It also shows how the garbage collector behaves and how much resources it uses. So we can monitor our application using an APM provider or in house built monitoring tool. The garbage collector log will be invaluable to quickly identify any potential issues and bottlenecks when it comes to heap memory utilization. Why are garbage collection logs important? Dealing with application performance tuning can be a long and unpleasant experience. We need to properly prepare the environment and observe the application. Check this out to learn more about JVM performance tuning. With the right observability tool like our Sematext Cloud, you get insights into crucial data such as application matrices, JVM matrices, and operating system matrices. Matrices are not everything though. Even the best APM tools will not give you everything. They can show you patterns and historical data that will help you identify potential issues. But to be able to see everything, you will need to dig deeper. How to enable garbage collector logging? Before talking about how to enable garbage collector logging, we should ask ourselves one thing. Should I turn on the logs by default, or I should only turn them on when issues are starting appearing? On modern devices, you should not worry about performance when enabling the garbage collector logs. Of course, you will experience a bit more writing to your persistent storage just because the logs have to be written somewhere. Apart from that, the log should not produce any additional load on the system. You should always have the Java garbage collection logs turned on. In fact, a lot of open source systems are already following that practice. For example, search systems like Apache Solve or Elasticsearch are already including JVM flags that turn on the logs. We already know that those files include crucial information about the Java virtual machine operations. So we know why we should have it turned on. How to analyze Java garbage collector logs. Understanding garbage collection logs is not easy. It requires an understanding of how the Java virtual machine works and the understanding of memory usage of the application. In this blog post, we will skip the analysis of the application as it differs from the application to application and requires knowledge of the code. What we will discuss though, it is how to read and analyze the garbage collection logs that we can get out of the JVM. What is also very important is that there are various JVM versions and multiple garbage collector implementation. You can still encounter Java 7, Java 8, and Java 9, and so on. Some companies still use Java 6 because of various reasons. The garbage collection logs will be able to answer questions like when was the young generation garbage collector used? When was the old generation garbage collector used? How many garbage collectors were run? For how long were the garbage collectors running? What was the memory utilization before and after garbage collection? Parallel and concurrent mark sweep garbage collectors. Let's start by looking at Java 8 and the parallel collector for the young generation space and the concurrent mark sweep garbage collector for the old generation. A single line coming from our JVM garbage collector can look as follows. First of all, you can see the date and time of the event, which in our case is 2019 10:30, and the time is 13:92. This is the time when the event happened, so that you can see what happened and when it happened. The next thing we can see in the log line above is the type of garbage collection. In our case, it is full garbage collection, and you can also expect garbage collector as a value here. There are three types of garbage collector events that can happen: minor garbage collection, major garbage collection, and full garbage collection. Here we see about the minor garbage collection. Minor garbage collection means that the young generation space clearing event was performed by the JVM. The minor garbage collector will always be triggered when there is not enough memory to allocate a new object on the heap. That is, when the Eden generation is full or is getting close to being full. And major garbage collection means that the tenured generation clearing event was performed. The tenured generation is also widely called the old generation space. Depending on the garbage collector and its settings, the tenured generation cleaning may happen less or more often. Which is better? The right answer depends on the use case, and we will not be covering it in the blog post. Java full garbage collector means that the full garbage collection event happened, meaning that both the young and old generations was cleared. The garbage collector tried to clear it, and the log tells us what the outcome of that procedure was. Tenured generation cleaning requires mark, sweep, and compact paces to avoid high memory fragmentation. If a garbage collector would not care about memory fragmentation, you could end up in a situation where you have enough memory, but it is fragmented and the object cannot allocate it. That's all about my topic. Thank you.